Nudes, and welcome to my channel. My name is Stefania if you're new here. So today we are going to be playing with the artist Couture collection. He came out with a new nude collection. You guys know like the Midnight Maven palette made it into my 2019 top favorites, and I still love this little guy. So we're going to see if it compares. Obviously going to do comparison swatches, all that good stuff. But I haven't been excited about a collection in a while, which I feel like lately I've been going back into nude palettes. They're so exciting. Does anyone else feel like that? I don't know what it is. It's just my comfort zone of lately I'm just no, I just want a million tones of brown. So yeah, we are gonna do a full review, swatches, comparisons, all that good stuff. I'll tell you what it is. And let's go ahead and get into this video. Please remember to subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it, especially in these times. I need it, guys, okay? So hit that like button and let's go into this video. All right, I have not opened it. I've been patient. Let's open it together. I don't like pull down boxes for some reason. I just, okay. Here we go. So I've actually never ordered anything directly from the Artist Couture website. I've always gotten stuff like this from Sephora because they do sell at Sephora. So I believe this is coming out the 27th, so on Friday. I don't know what day it is. Oh, so it comes nicely bubble wrapped, and then the lipstick looks like this. Yeah. All right, so this is what the packaging looks like. Very sleek. It's like a plasticky type material. It is gonna have fingerprints on it, but let's be honest, do any of us not buy something because you're gonna get fingerprints on it? I just feel like that's something you have to mention, but really I'm it's not really something that I'm it makes or breaks anything when I'm looking at it. So, all right. It's actually pretty sturdy though. It's a little messy inside, but that's okay. It does not, mine didn't come with a protector. So it has the protector over the mirror, but it didn't have a sheet protector, which to be honest, I usually toss those out anyway. I just need to clean it around the edges, you know? But this is what it looks like. So, oh, I'm so excited. So definitely a neutral palette. But I was super excited about this. I'll talk while we put it on. I'm ooh, what do I want to do? All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of powder on underneath actually, because I don't know if it's gonna have fallout, and I just ain't in that mood today to deal with that. I don't know really what I want to go in with. I kind of want to just see what shows up on my eyes. So just because his other palette, even though the shades look like they were light, they were actually fairly darker than what they look like in the pan and definitely buildable. So I'm actually going to start with Stripped. Does anyone else find the sound just I love that sound. And then it just contributes to all the trash, which I am not going to do. I actually cleaned this room this weekend and I am so proud of myself.
OMG. She did not do that.
So I'm going to take this fairly high up. I'm not going to we're gonna go right above my normal crease. The mirror is nice though. It's a nice big mirror, you know? It's not like the little Pat McGrath one that I got that I'm just what am I gonna see there? But yeah, see how much darker this actually goes on than what it looked like in the pan? Which I think is a good thing. I don't mind that because I want, if I was just looking at the shade on its own, I'd be this is probably not going to do anything for me, you know? So, I like that it's doing that. But I was gonna say usually I wait for stuff like this to come to Sephora because, you know, just in case it doesn't work out, you know, I can go in and exchange it, or something's wrong, you know, something's broken. You just never know. And two, I mean, I know that Sephora isn't as good as Ulta in terms of what you get, but I still like my little samples. Every time I can get a little fragrance, or the little perks for spend $25 and get this, I look forward to those. I'm oh, it's a gift. But I trusted him. This is Mac Daddy's brand. I hate saying that. I don't like calling Daddy. I just don't like that. But Angel's brand. So I trusted it enough because I love the other palette, the Midnight Maven one. So I was okay, I think I'm going to love this. I love his formula. The mattes blend so easily. Like I'm just going back in because this is very buildable. Like every time you dip back in, I can definitely deepen it, or you can, you know, leave it as is. So I really, really like his matte formula, which usually you guys know me, I'm a shimmer girl, but I'm like, his mattes are gorgeous. All right, next I'm gonna dip into this shade right here, and then I think I'm going to probably deepen the outer V with this shade. I like that the names are printed. That's very nice. I feel like people who do like YouTube brands generally do try to do that because they understand.
Oh yeah. Oh.
No, I like this one. So I'm gonna actually end up deepening out that outer V, I think, with this one. But right now we'll still go in with the Transcend shade. Anyone else? My mom just texted me. We've been trying to do like group chats, but she's like, can you come help teach the kids? She's like, I'll pay you. Because my mom has 4 kids. They're 12, 11, 10, and 10 right now. So and I'm just like, I don't know how much help I'm gonna be. Like, I was like, definitely not math. I'll try to do something else though. But oh, so weird. I'm like, we'll see how that goes. I will say though, trying to learn how to like live with someone 24/7, not easy. I know, I did. I've always been really, not like I don't live with Nick 24/7, but you know what I mean. Like we're just around each other so much more. And there's definitely moments now where I'm just like, I need space. I've actually been doing a lot of organizing, which I'm usually not that person at all. But I wanted our bathroom to like, I wanted to set up a nice like place where I'm like, okay, I want to actually do my skincare routine in here, or, you know, like, I mean, I get ready in my bathroom, but I just wanted it to be more like peaceful. Like I added plants and I made myself clean. We have a bathtub. I don't use no bathtub. Do you guys use a bathtub? Because that's the one thing in our house where I'm just like, this is a very big waste of space. I never, ever get in the bathtub. When I'm on vacation, I suddenly become a bathtub person. At home? No. Nope. I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. Now I'm like, oh, I cleaned it. Like it became like a laundry holder essentially. So I cleaned that out and I'm like, maybe I should now try. I'll try to take a bath. I'm not gonna do that. When I was little, we used to take baths because we were out of cold water. Because everything ran on gas, and like when they delivered, I totally just lost a nail. We're gonna just keep it moving. So sometimes like the gas people, if they didn't deliver on time, like we just had no hot water. I'm going to go ahead and go in. I'm gonna go in with the same brush. I'm gonna take that nudist shade. What I love about palettes like these is it doesn't matter what color I'm gonna use on the lid, right? Everything it's all neutral, so it all goes together, which is why, yes, these palettes have been done time and time again, but they're so easy to reach for. And like I said, I don't think I would have bought this if it wasn't for the fact that I loved the Midnight Maven palette. Like, I just bought that Too Faced one, which I still love. And I can already tell you, like, it's definitely really similar. Like, this isn't something that's going to be, like, new to your collection by any means. But I have no good excuse. Okay, I'm trying to convince myself that I had a good reason to buy this. I just really like the brand. And I really like the formula, so I know I'll get use out of it. Right? That's not gonna sound. Mumbling is a new thing for me. I'm sorry. I don't know what I said either. It's like my way of trying not to like yell. I'm just like. All right, I am actually gonna end up dipping into this shade here, which is Minx. So this is the one that I used first in that outer V, but I think I still want it to be a little bit deeper. And it's like a beautiful dark, it's a dark brown. Definitely like a one step up from black, or that's what it looks like in the pan. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it almost comes off as like a black. Hopefully you guys can see that. But very, very deep. So I don't want to add too much. I don't want it to be like a crazy look. I'm just gonna kind of I'm barely putting pressure on the brush. And I'm just gonna bring it in a little bit. I always like to add a little bit more since my eyes are naturally turned down, just to like kind of lift them. So I like that type of shape because I feel like it just brings my eyes into a smile, if you will. All right, I feel like I still want a little bit of color up here, so I'm gonna dip into Nudist, which is right there, just very lightly, and bring it all the way up to the barrel bone. Sometimes I like doing this a little bit more after, that way it kind of blends in the edges a little bit better as well. That's a really nice like caramelly brown color. But I'm like barely putting pressure on because I don't want all that work to go away that I just did in the crease. So hardly any pressure through the brush. Okay, so we have quite a few options here. In terms of the shimmers, I think I'm gonna pick up either that one or this one. I think we gotta do the Opulence shade. I think that's gorgeous. So there are your swatches. Like, look how nice this one looks. I think we're gonna use that and maybe Lavish in the inner corner. Like I said, I like the shimmers are pretty to me in this. I'm not a huge olive green person. I'm gonna go in with my finger first. And see how it turns out. But yeah, I don't really love olive green, just on my eyes particularly. I don't know why. Like, I got the Natasha Denona, like the what was it? It was the green one. And I like the looks I create with it, but for some reason it's just not, it just never feels like me. Like, I'm just like, I don't feel like that look is for me. Like, maybe it's just my skin tone, the olive, I don't know. I think it's the eyes. I just don't like it with my eye color. Doesn't mean I won't use it. I will definitely be doing more looks with this palette. So I will most likely use it next because, you know, why not see what it looks like? Okay, I really don't see a purpose of like wetting it. I think it looks gorgeous the way it is. And I'm gonna pick some up on the brush though and take it right above my crease. Just to open up and make my eyeballs look normal. But yeah, now now that like I have all the my space like cleaned, I'm like, oh, now I want candles. Remember before I was just like, stupid YouTubers and their candles. Like, nobody really cares about candles that much. Now, I want all of them. I really want the teak wood and mahogany, and I love my white sage candle. Like, even Nick's just like, that smells amazing. He's like, can we have that? And I'm like, yeah, you got 30 bucks? You want to spend on a candle? Because I only get them when they're on sale. So I gotta wait for that. You guys bought anything from Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty? I'm trying not to go crazy, you know? I'm just trying to buy a little bit at a time. Anything that I'm like extremely like has been on a wish list for a long time. I'm gonna pick up the Aesthetic shade, which is the like medium-ish brown one. And it's like a reddy brown. Ah, yum. I just think of chocolate and wine. We've been on a wine kick again. I never got off the kick, but yeah, no. I'm just gonna put just a little bit through y'all. I feel like black is gonna be a little bit too harsh, and I think I just wanna use a brown liner. Like I said, it's more of a daytime look. All right, but as you guys can see, I got no fallout, so that is wonderful. That's another thing, right? Like, I feel like we always have to mention fallout. Do you guys not reach for things if there's fallout? Like, do you feel like that's just something that, like, why do we have to say that? Like, I'm not saying, like, why do we, but, like, do we expect people to say it? You know what I mean? Like, is it something you really, like, will that deter you from actually buying a palette? Or no? Like, I get if it's like super bad. I never had ABH subculture, so I don't feel like I've ever had anything with like awful fallout. Glitters, they just move everywhere, you know, so it doesn't really matter either way. I find that, like when I used the Tati palette the other day, I'm just like, oh geez, here goes a lot of glitter all day long. But oh, I really, really like this eye look. I know it's not the most, it's not exciting. But I always feel the most pretty in these looks. Like, I just feel like I look like me wearing makeup, not like makeup is wearing me. Does that make sense? All right, so I'm gonna use Earthquake in the Waterline from Marc Jacobs, and then you guys voted for Pat McGrath next, so I will do a Get Ready With Me just using Pat McGrath. I'm excited about that because I've actually never, I don't think I've ever done that. I really need her to come out with bronzers though, and blushes. Right? I'm not crazy, she doesn't have that. I would know. I would know. Especially bronzers, blush, maybe not. But bronzers, I feel like I would know. Let's go in again with, we're gonna go in with Transcend. So we're gonna go in with this shade. I actually like most of the names in here. Like Transcend, Exposed, Opulence, Nudist, Stripped, Mink. Like sometimes I look at names and I'm like, I get that they're supposed to be inside jokes, but sometimes I don't like them. I'm like, I want you to be sophisticated. And I feel like this is more of that. I don't know. I'm going a little nuts here, guys, okay? But I'm just gonna bring that in just nice and close, and then I will smoke it out. I definitely could have used the same shade as up here. I just, you know, there's more of a nighttime look. I introduced Nick to TikTok, and now that's all he does. He is now obsessed. Not about posting. He doesn't want to post anything. He's one of those like internet people that's just like, I just want to look at everyone's. I can't say much because I don't do a lot on that online either. I just don't like to. I don't know what it is. All right, and then let's take Lavish, which is that other one I showed you guys. We're gonna try that for an inner corner. This one definitely, it looks like the formula is different than the Opulence shade. Let's see how it performs. Do I like that there? It's kind of got like a greeny undertone. I think I'm okay with it for today. I still might pop a little bit of a highlighter, just a tiny bit over it. It's not like what I would call like there isn't really a highlighting shade unless you want to use Exposed, which is a matte, and you guys know that that's just not my cup of tea. I like a little sparkle on the inner corners. So I'm actually going to take that same shade and bring it down right there. But yeah, it kind of makes it so that my eyes like have a dark shadow there instead. So I'm gonna add a little bit of a highlight, add some mascara, and then we will do swatches, because I am interested to see how these stack up, like in terms of like these mattes to the new palette. And I'll give you guys my thought. Okay, I almost forgot about the lipstick, which I was like super excited about. Oh gosh, I'm wearing a white shirt and have all these swatches on, and I'm like, no! My Skims shirt's expensive. Like, that's what you get for buying a tank top that was pricey, okay? Open this like a freaking savage and ruin the box. This is Angel Baby. So, oh, don't treat me like this. Yes, my lipstick's gonna apparently talk now. But this is what the outer packaging looks like. Very sleek. It just says, you know, it has the Artist Couture label. I like it. It's nicely weighted as well. I will say though, if you're gonna get multiple in the collection, it's one of those where I'm just like, yeah, I wish you would have done something like a sticker, something so that you could see the color or like have an idea of what color you're picking out, because there's nothing. It just says it in the print. So like if you have multiples of these and they're all nudes, you know, it's gonna be hard to like, you're gonna have to open it up to see what it actually looks like. So how dare us have to do that? But yeah, this is what the shade looks like. Oh, I'm so excited. But yeah, I decided to get the lightest one. I am going to do it without a lip liner, and then I'll probably put a lip liner on because, you know, I got the lightest one. My lips have been very, very dry. I'm already like, yes, I like it. It's a very creamy, nice formula. The palette's $40. This is, the lipsticks I believe were $18. Like I said, I have dry patches on my lips right now. It's just, I think it has to do with stress. I don't know. But, I actually really like this. Like, I'm obviously going to put on a lip liner, but it's definitely not one of those where I'm just like, ugh, like, I really, really need to put on a lip liner. It's one of those where I'm just like,
oh, this is a nice sexy nude.
do I have a million of these? Yes. Am I mad about it? No. All right, I'm just going to add Kylie's Coconut. This is like the Color Pops, Kylie's. Like, I love the formula and the shade, like, but just, like, it's just, it will, you know, pay freaking Groundhog's Day with me, pop out the top and then run back down. Why? There's obviously more nudes in this collection, but I just felt like when I did the swatches, there's just one where I was like, I'll get one, see if I like the formula, and then go to the store, like once they came out to Sephora, and see if I want the deeper shades. But I was like, let's start with the one. This is more like on the pinkier side, but I really, really like these, those are my favorite nudes. Okay, so I have swatches all across my arm. But I'm gonna go ahead and put clips in right here. So as you guys can see, like I wouldn't say it like swatches the best, but you guys can see how they built up on the lid. Like they definitely outperform their swatches, and two, I'm just not a great swatcher. Hopefully you guys like this like more in the daylight type thing so you can truly see it. But I did want to make sure like at least I did an initial swatch and then I built it up so that you guys can see like they are very, very buildable shades, which is something that I really appreciate with Artist Couture. And then in terms of it comparing to the other palette, like there are similarities. Like there's definitely, I wouldn't say they're exact the same, but they're similar. I mean, you know, that's all nudes. What you gonna do? But I would say like the one thing about this palette that I don't love, like not that I don't love, but like you guys know I like my shimmer white. Like I wish there was something like that so that I could have something to highlight with in the inner corner. Cause like I didn't end up adding a highlight, and right now I just feel like I need, like I'm missing that pop in the inner corner. But again, if you're someone who just likes to use the matte, then you have that first shade, which really is definitely like just blends in with my skin tone for sure. But so that's just a personal preference. I would love to have a white shimmer shade in here. And then also I love this opulence shade, like the one we used today all over the lid. I say we, like as if you did it with me, you know? I consider you guys, like, that's how I think of you guys. I'm just like, you're doing your makeup at the same time. But I don't feel like Lavish and Bronziana and Supreme, like they swatched well. It's not like they're bad by any means, but you can just tell like the opulence has something special in it, just the way it looks wet. So I kind of wish that they were all like that, but I feel like that's definitely the most intense out of it. Now, if you were trying to decide between the two, which I believe this is going to be permanent, this is limited edition. I think it's still available though. Honestly, like this one, if you're looking for pops of color, you have that in this, where this is just like an overall neutrals palette. It's one of those where I'm like, yes, I know that we've seen it again and again, and I can't tell you like, oh my gosh, it's something new. Am I still gonna like get a lot of use out of it? Yeah. Do I regret buying it? Absolutely not. Like I said, I really love Artist Couture's formula, and I know I'll reach for all these browns. Like, even if I don't love all the metallics in here, the mattes completely make up for it because it is mostly mattes. Whereas when I look at my Too Faced, the Natural Nudes, which I've also been loving, I get my white shimmer in here, but I also get like rose gold shimmers in here. So, I don't know. For me, I'm like, if you're looking for more nude mattes, but like between the two, then I would go with the Artist Couture because I just love the formula, and I love, like, he just does a really great job of picking tones. And then I would reach for this one because I like the shimmer choices better. Like, I love rose golds and I like that chunky white in here. Whereas this one, I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, I'll probably really use that gold and maybe the Bronziana shade. Like, I'll use these in the next few days. I feel like I have to say that as if I have an accent, but is that really a word? The Bronziana? Is it a word or no? like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now, guys. But yeah, so I think it just kind of depends. This is also way more, quite a little bit more expensive than this one, I believe. I think this is in the $50 range. This is exactly $40. But yeah, I'm not upset about it. It's just like those little things where it just really depends on what you're looking for. I like the packaging of this. There's no clasp. It's nice and heavy, so you know it's gonna like stay up and be nice and sturdy, which I really like, but I know I'll get really good use out of this. Like, it may not be one where I'll reach for a different shimmer shade out of other palettes, but the mattes in here, I'm gonna use them all the time. Like, I'm very, very happy. Like I said, the metallics aren't bad by any means. They're just not, like, my personal favorite is just not like the olive tone color. I will do a look though with that. I will definitely be using this palette more this week, so you guys will see it and maybe it will grow on me, you know? Who knows? All kinds of things are happening here. And then in terms of the lipstick shade, like I said, it feels so nice and comfortable. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It didn't have an offensive smell. And I really, really like it. So in terms of like the lipstick, I feel like they are, I can't wait to like swatch more and see which other ones I want. But this was a good start, and it's not like, I was a little worried it's gonna be like a powdered sugar donut nude, but it's perfect. I'm like, everything's so good. But yeah, overall, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you guys gonna pick it up? Are you guys, you know, because I feel like I could even say that now about rainbow palettes where I'm just like, oh, I have that. Like, it's very hard now to, I look at more like formula wise now than colors, because I mean, it's really hard to have something new, or at least me, because I have a problem. But so now I just more in terms of like formula, I'm like, ooh, whose mattes do I like? Whose shimmers do I like? Are those, you know? So I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this palette because like I said, I really, really like the matte shades. But yeah, I really like the brand. Artist Couture is just one of those brands for me that's like, very much so, like I enjoy all their stuff that comes out. So I can't wait to see what's next. And yeah, that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Hit that like button. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. So bringing tweezers. I'm gonna get this open. I got something in my eye. Oh.